Good evening and welcome to the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. I'm Jonathan Kraus, joined tonight by Zach Morris. And Zach, always nice to have rivalry week.
Yeah, when you have these rivalry games, it's a great feeling because it gets two communities together, just like we had Neenah Menasha a couple weeks ago. You're having a great rivalry, especially with the Apple Bowl, where it's been a long-time rivalry.
51st edition dates back to the 1960s. They had a little bit of an interruption, but they have played, for the most part, every year since, I believe it was 1972. Also, should note that they're honoring the 2001 state championship team for Fox Valley Lutheran today as well, so adding even more emotion to tonight's game for the Foxes.
Yeah, so you bring back your state champions. They want to see a great game. You're at home. It's one you feel you have to win and get the trophy back, so you feel it's a big matchup for Fox Valley Lutheran.
Xavier, the defending champion, or the holder of the Apple Bowl in this situation. Tale of two teams that have kind of had a different start to the season. When you take a look at some of the scores that Fox Valley Lutheran has had, they have been an offensive force. They put up 35 points against Wapaka last week. Meanwhile, Appleton Xavier, they have a 14 in the offensive column for all three of their games so far. What do you expect might be the matchup to look for here tonight?
Well, when it's a rivalry game, players just give out everything they have for this. It's a great matchup. So I look at for Xavier, yeah, the offense hasn't been going, but you're playing against defensive teams. You had the tie with Wrightstown. You had the situation with Freedom where they're a top contender every year. So it might be a little rough look at the offense early on, but this team knows how to rebound quickly year in, year out.
And the best part of tonight, no rain. 1,000 mosquitoes, but no rain.
Well, we get the mosquitoes because of the rain, but we finally get a situation where, hey, you don't have to worry about a raincoat.
All right, so it's Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran tonight here on the Scores Fox Communities Credit Union stream game of the week. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from the coaches in tonight's matchup.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Jonathan Kraus here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week on the Score, and I'm joined now by Xavier head coach David Hinkins. And Coach, first off, thanks for taking some time before today's game to join us.
I appreciate it, and seriously, thank you for coming out.
You bet.
It's so nice to have people covering our games and people at games. I can't tell you how much this means to us.
Well, it's the Apple Bowl, so of course we would be here. What does it mean to be the team that doesn't currently have the trophy?
Well, I've been on both sides of it. You get hungry when you don't have it. You know, it's nice to have. We had to bring that over here. We want to bring it back home with us. But been on both sides of this, and there's a lot of emotion that goes into that. And I think it's the most beautiful trophy in the world when it's over at our place. So,
well, how do you deal with the emotion of the kids then? If it is, it's a game you circle on the schedule. How do you keep them within check?
Yeah, it's hard. I just try to tell them it's a game and relax. This is a lot of kids have so much emotion into this, so we don't want them to be overhyped. At the end of the day, it's a conference game. If you win, it's worth one win for playoffs. So, but we understand the crosstown part of this, so we're trying to keep them, the emotions under check.
You opened up your conference schedule last week, grinding out a win over Seymour, 14-7. What did you like with your team's performance, and what do you need to improve on here tonight?
Well, I like that we had to score to win in the fourth quarter, and that we held a lead in the fourth quarter once we did. We were tested, and I told our kids that you form habits. I've seen teams over the years that find ways to win and teams that find ways to lose. So we were in our first really close game, and we found a way to win. So I hope that strikes, as a habit-forming moment for us.
Who are some of your top offensive performers?
I starts with our quarterback, Nate, and Reed Hippis also plays a little bit of quarterback for us. David Wolski in the backfield, and Ethan Severin. We have a series of different wingbacks that play, and we're just waiting to break open offensively. We haven't had that moment yet, so we're hoping tonight we're going to be able to get over that hump and start to open our offense up.
I noticed 3 14s on your offensive column here so far to start the season.
Yeah.
What do you expect out of the Foxes then tonight?
Well, their offense is in mid-season form. They aren't having any problem scoring. So it starts with great quarterback play. and a really good running back in Rutzloff. And so they're very dynamic offense. They run a spread offense. They've been doing it for years. They're really good at it. So it's really going to test us. It's very different than what we've seen power running games with Seymour and Wrightstown. Now we're going to something that's totally radically different. So we have to adjust to that. And but athletically, they're as good as we're going to see this year.
Final question for you. Tell me a little bit about the hat.
This hat means a lot to me. This is a gift from former trainer on our staff that served in Desert Storm, and he sent this to me. And I'm wearing this hat in lieu of whatever happened in Afghanistan, and honoring our troops who are wearing this hat. I haven't worn this hat for games. I don't know if I ever did, but this year I'm wearing it for all the games. So this is in tribute to their troops and what they do to keep us safe and allow us the opportunity to coach in football and be with kids.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, quick break. We'll be back with more coaches' interviews here on the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream Game of the Week.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Jonathan Krause joined now in our pregame show by Fox Valley Lutheran head coach Seth Yeager. And Coach, first off, being the team trying to win the Apple Bowl, what does this game mean to your program?
This game is a lot of fun. We thoroughly enjoy it. The Apple Bowl is it's an awesome tradition for all of our schools. We're excited for it, the opportunity to get the Apple Bowl back. And not only that, obviously this is a conference game this year, so it counts to our playoff record. So there's a lot of things right on the line. Again, these rivalry games are so much fun for all of us.
How do you keep the kids' emotions in check for a matchup like this?
They've been fairly good all week as far as understanding the importance of the game. Yeah, the Apple Bowl is so important in the win, but we have to play football. You know, that's what we're here to do, is play football.
You mentioned this is a Bay Conference matchup. You opened up conference play last week. Shootout with Wapaka. Yeah. Do you enjoy games that are 35-34, or would you rather see a little bit more defense?
We love competitive games. That was a little bit too close at the end there, but it was. I give our guys a lot of credit throughout the entire game, just the resilience that we had, and at the end made a great stop for the two-point conversion, and it was really good.
Looking at the tape, what did you like most, and what do you think your team needs to improve on for this week?
Again, I think our resilience. We bended that. We didn't break in opportunities where we could have. I really enjoyed that. Our offense started to click a little bit. Drew Mears had a phenomenal game for us. Our defense, again, stepped up what needed to do. But, again, you're always looking for room improvement for all aspects of the game, offense and defensively, and things that we had to break down this week for those guys. Even though it was a win, again, there's always something to take from it.
Tell me a little bit about some of your main offensive studs here. Who's going to be carrying the ball? Who's going to be throwing the ball?
Yeah, as far as Drew Mears, he's been a two-year starter for us. Had a phenomenal year last year. Had a great game this last week. He's the heart and soul of our offense. Eli Retzloff, one of our tailbacks, had most of the touchdowns, only the short yardage last week. But we rely on him in a lot of ways, not just for the running, but for blocking, and just a great overall captain for our team.
I noticed a lot of juniors in that starting lineup. What are you trying to build towards for not only this year, but next year? Yeah,
our juniors even helped us out last year. They're a very solid class of athletes, and yeah, they have a great work ethic as a whole, and again, that just carries the program too as we go through.
Finally, what do you expect out of the Hawks tonight?
They're a good team. They're a good team. I know they lost a lot of talent. They were a phenomenal team last year when we faced them, and they reloaded. They have some great talent, some very shifty players that we're going to have to account for, offense and defensively as far as their strength. So it'll be a great matchup tonight.
Coach Yeager, I appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go through starting lineups and talk about some of the other action in the area tonight. You're watching the Fox Communities Credit Union Video Stream Game of the Week.
Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
And good evening. Welcome back into the booth. Jonathan Kraus and Zach Morris with you tonight here on the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream Game of the Week. And as was mentioned, we have the Apple Bowl tonight, Xavier versus Fox Valley Lutheran. But before we, we actually are going to have, I believe, a prayer first. But so, Zach, as we heard here, rivalry week. It may be the Apple Bowl, but it's also going to be the Mosquito Bowl as we are being eaten alive here tonight. Hopefully that's not much of a problem for the players on the field.
A couple years ago, this was a factor in a couple games where it was just like this. I believe it was 2018 where mosquitoes were biting you in the middle of the day. You just weren't used to it. And it did affect players and coaches where you're constantly slapping yourself just because you can feel getting bit. And that does factor in a game, especially you're trying to make a big moment and you feel this little feeling that you're like, this is just bothering me. And it can play a factor, and we'll see how much it does. More for the coaches. You're trying to focus on the next play to make and the substitution. So that's going to be interesting to watch tonight. A lot of bug spray.
Enough of our complaints here. We should mention that the teams coming into tonight, we'll give you the schedule here. But first, let's go to tonight's anthem. Fox Valley Lutheran Band here with the national anthem tonight as we get ready for the Apple Bowl. Apple and Xavier coming in, and yes, that is not a misprint. They have a tie on their record. Opening the season with a loss to Luxembourg Casco, and then the tie against Wrightstown. And it should be noted that was the night that we had the severe thunderstorms that rolled through northeast Wisconsin. The score was 14-14 at the time, and they ended up just deciding not to continue the rest of the contest, went in as a tie. And then last week, as we mentioned in our pregame interview, grinding out a 14-7 win over the Seymour Thunder. As for Fox Valley Lutheran, they opened up out of conference with wins over Marinette on the road and then got pounded by Freedom. A lot of teams are going to get pounded by Freedom this year. And then that exciting 35-34 win over Wapaka last week. Starting lineups, let's start with the guys from Fox Valley Lutheran. Their quarterback is Drew Mears on the season. Mears is 43 of 76 for 483 yards. He has one touchdown and has also thrown 4 interceptions. So ball control will be a factor tonight. Eli Retzloff is their workhorse at running back. 43 carries, 218 yards. He has scored 7 touchdowns. He averages 73 yards per contest. We expect him to get the bulk of the carries. Top receiver for Fox Valley Lutheran is Bennett Reeder. 13 catches for 163 yards, 1 touchdown, and he averages 54 yards per game in terms of receptions. We were not able to get Appleton Xavier's starters before tonight's contest. We had a chance to talk with the coach, Coach Hinkins, but we can tell you the starting quarterback is Nate Twombly. He is a junior. At receiver, Ethan Severin and Peyton Verhagen, along with Sam Hawkins. Their wingback is Ian Mayers. Their running back is David Wolski. And along the offensive line, it's Matt Nevins, Eddie Plotmeyer, Nick Lewick, Sean Hess, and Andrew Tao. I only have stats for Appleton Xavier for 1 game so far this year, so can't give you what the guys have done so far this season. But as you may have noticed in those results, Appleton Xavier 14 points in all 3 of their first couple of games. Coach Hinkins hoping to really bust out in terms of the offense here this afternoon. Getting ready for the opening kickoff. Xavier won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they are going to
Because who
kick.
doesn't defer?
That's right. You know, it's not like you get an extra possession because you defer and get the second half, the ball first.
I always view it as you expect to be down by at least a possession at halftime, and you want to use that to be able to catapult your second half.
Okay.
That's the way it always seems like. Unless you really trust that defense.
There really is nothing better, though, than having the double up where you have the last possession of the first half, maybe score, and then get the ball back to start the second half. Huge momentum switch there. So we are just about set to go here. Our thanks to the folks at Fox Valley Lutheran, where fall football is an exciting tradition at FVL, which offers a tradition of excellence both in and out of the classroom. Whether it's music, sports, academics, or co-curriculars, FVL students are well prepared for the challenges of the world today. Caring teachers, timeless truth, and a state-of-the-art facility make FVL an outstanding choice for those important high school years. To find out more about Fox Valley Lutheran High School, call 739-4441.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza.
Kickoff return is by Luis Vargas, and he brings it out to about the 36-yard line, and that is where Fox Valley Lutheran will start 1st and 10 here on their opening possession of the game. Weather conditions, the best we've had so far for high school football this season. No rain, no wind, no threat of rain. So here come the Foxes, working out of their usual spread formation. Straight drop, plenty of time. And that is Owen Gerhardt making a catch and driven backwards by Host. First in on the contact is Isaiah Desjardins, cornerback for the Hawks. Looks like a gain of about 6, they're going to call it 5 on the play out to the 42, and they'll bring up a second down and 5. About what we expected from Fox Valley Lutheran to start here tonight, as they like to wing it around. This time they go with a more balanced set with 2 receivers to each side. Pistol formation. That's Ruppel in motion. He'll line up now as the wingback. Handoff, and that is Retzloff to the left, and he's going nowhere. Back drop for about a 3-yard loss. In on the tackle is Nate Twombly, who plays both ways, offense and defense. Loss of 2 on the play to bring up a 3rd down now and 7 for the Foxes.
Well, it's a tough task tonight for the Xavier Hawks defense, because you have to remember you have Mears, who's been a multi-year starter, a senior, knows how to run this offense at a very good efficiency. So you have to be aware of everything he does provide, and you want to get an early pass rush.
2 receivers each side. That's Gerhardt in motion to the near side. Play fake. Mears rolling, running out of time, and then finds his man across the middle. Inside the 50-yard line, now that is Bennett Reeder. So Reeder able to pick up about 10 on the play, and it'll make it a 1st and 10 as the Hawks will move, or the Foxes will move into Hawks territory for the first time tonight.
Perfect play for the Foxes, being able to get a 1st down and just be able to continue the drive, because when you get the ball first, especially being at home, you don't want that early 3 and out and give that early momentum to the Hawks.
Trips left this time, single receiver to the near side. Bad snap, and falling on it in the backfield is Retzloff. And it will be a loss of about 5 on the play to bring up a second down to 15. We will give Mears the negative yardage on that one.
But the correct move was made, just jumping on the ball and not moving. So many times we've seen other players pick that up and think they can bust it out, but you find out either fumbling again or losing even more yards.
Yeah, you notice the new snapping technique where you flip it back from off the toe. Reeder straight drop, has time, near side, man there, and a pass is caught. Brought in by Owen Gerhardt inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. Pickup of 31 on the play. Drew Mears now 3 of 3 to start for 48 yards. That apparently is the fire him up sound effect here.
It's definitely not the first down. We would have heard that before.
First trip into the red zone here tonight as the ball is at the Xavier 17-yard line. Mears working out of the pistol again this time. Give it off for Gerhardt, trying to pick his way along the near side and down to about the 15-yard line. Tackle made by Mark Steinleg, a junior linebacker. Gain of about 2 to bring up a second down and 8.
Still a chance for Xavier to get a stop because, yeah, time off the clock. It's about a 4-minute drive, so you can find a way to keep them out of the end zone. You're going to take that as a victory, especially after that long pass.
2 receivers check that trips left again. Mears takes a snap. Comes near side this time, and again that is caught by Gerhardt. Going to be just inside the 10, and that'll bring up about a 3rd down and a long 2. Mears continues to be perfect so far on the night. 4 of 4 for 54 yards. Reeder, 3 catches now for 23. See if this is 4-down territory if they fail to convert. And they get a little bit of movement along the offensive line. It's going to be offsides against the Hawks. Hard count gets the easy 1st down. Not really something you see a lot in high school, the hard count.
Well, you have to use it once in a while just to keep the players honest, especially if you're in a 3rd and 2 situation. Make it easier. See if you can draw one off. And especially for the Hawks, they wanted to get that stop on 3rd down because that saves this whole entire drive.
Again, opening drive here for the Foxes as they move inside the 5-yard line on the penalty. Handoff, Gerhardt straight up the middle, fumbles the ball, and Xavier forces a turnover and recovers at the 5. Ball was pounced on by Sean Hess, a senior linebacker. Huge play there for the Xavier D. Don't know if Gerhardt had full, or Retzlaff, I should say, had full possession heading into the hole there. Didn't it look like it was kind of on his hip?
It did look like that. It wasn't the cleanest handoff, but a great job by Xavier to be able to get the fumble. And for the Foxes, yeah, it sucks that you have a turnover in the red zone. You're about to score, you felt like. But you have to remember, you were still able to get downfield, and that shows positive signs moving forward for the rest of the game.
So a 4.5-minute drive there for the Foxes comes up empty. And now Nate Twombly works from under center. Little double wing formation there, and he'll hand it off as the fullback plows forward. That's Wolski. Out for about a 3-yard gain, out to the 8 to bring up a second down and 7. Wolski leading rusher for Appleton Xavier on the season. First possession here for the Hawks, starting deep in their own territory after the turnover. Wing T look again here. Twombly will send the man in motion. This time the handoff goes to the wing back, and that's Ethan Severin working the right side and out across the 10 to about the 11 or 12-yard line. Going to mark it all the way out to the 13, so bring up a 3rd down and 2. Pickup of 5 on the play. First carry on the night for Severin.
It's a huge down right now. I mean, you look for the Foxes, love to get that ball back, just get a quick 3 and out. As for the Hawks, you want to find a way to keep this drive going. The last thing you want is your defense have to go back on the field after that long drive.
This time a true T formation. Is this Wrightstown? Under center, he'll hand it off. Plowing off the right-hand side, that'll be enough for the 1st down as Wolski pushes forward. Picks up about 4 on the play, and the Hawks will move the sticks.
It's a change in how you know the Hawks. They used to be a spread team. They would just fling it around. Now you're looking at it in this situation where it's like, is this the Xavier Hawks that you remember if you haven't seen a game now in over 2 years?
Zach, there's nothing wrong with running the football. New set of downs here for the Hawks. They convert on their first 3rd down of the night. This time they come wing to the left, and they'll come in fake motion over the near side. And off to the races is Mears to the near side, trying to turn the corner, and is escorted out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Beam Haggis. I don't think we've got the right roster here for Fox Valley Lutheran. They keep telling me that number 10 is Zach Johnson. I have him as 87 in your program. See him right here?
Well, we don't have our sideline reporter go talk to 87 and, hey, is this you? Maybe forgot his jersey at home.
Wouldn't be the first time. 2nd down 7 here for the Hawks. This time they go Mears to the right side, and he'll cut inside the 25. Still on his feet. And he'll get the first down yardage out to about the 29. Ball may have come loose at the end. Gerhardt with the tackle for the Foxes, but another first down for the Hawks on a 7-yard gain.
And on our YouTube stream, let us know where you're watching. Just comment on the comment box, and we'll read those off. Just let us know where you're watching this game as the Apple Bowl, the 51st.
Xavier, the defenders on this. They come out with the wing T, triple option look. Man in motion over the top, and he'll take the pitch. As Severin again off the right side. He's got room out past the 40. Still on his feet on the sideline, and now they say he stepped out at the 41-yard line. But that's still good enough for another first down. Gain of 11 on the play. Stops the clock, 4:51 here. Fox Valley Lutheran, if you're just joining us, had the opening possession, drove down to the Xavier 5-yard line before fumbling. And now the Hawks trying to get out of their own end here.
You almost wish you could see that Wrightstown Xavier game going against the same type of offense.
Two wing T offenses going against each other. Although Wrightstown runs a lot more tight end, double tight end. Coming to the near side, that's Maris again around the corner. Big hit as he's driven out of bounds. According to my roster, that's Zach Johnson delivering the blow, not the golfer. Johnson, 5'9", 140 pound.
And not Zach Johnson, which one, 87 or?
10. Pickup of 3 on the game, or the carry there. 2nd down and 7. Wing T triple option. And this time they give it off to the fullback. And plowing forward downhill is David Wolski across midfield out to the 49-yard line. And it looks like that'll be enough for another Hawks first down.
And the reason why teams love doing this is you get confused on which running back is actually going to get the carry, because right there they did not assume he was going to be the one getting the handoff. And by the time the linebackers realized what was happening and he was not blocking, he was 5 yards deep.
The beauty of the triple option. Plus, look at this clock. Now you just have to avoid the interceptions that the Badgers had in their game. This time they'll go with the single wing to the top of the formation, split backs in the backfield. Twombly under center, handing it off. And again, Wolski breaking up the middle and close to first down yardage again out near the 40-yard line. Going to mark it just short, about a half yard to go on a gain of 9 for Wolski. 4 carries, 23 yards for him on this drive, which again started at the Xavier 5-yard line. So they have pushed it out 55 yards already, all on the ground. Wing T. Twombly under center. This time they're going to look to throw. Plenty of time. And the pass is caught across the 30-yard line. Hauling it in is Ethan Severin. His first catch on the night. And that will be good for a gain of 11 on the play and enough for another Xavier first down.
It was a great throw, route. I mean, it surprises you that you can be just lulled to sleep with the running game. And what we see in these kind of teams that run the wing T is sometimes the passing is not their forte and they're not that great at it. If every pass looks like that, this is a good offense for the Xavier Hawks.
T formation, another first down, handoff. And this time met in the hole is Wolski and driven back after a very short gain, maybe 2 yards on the carry. And they have Jacob Schumacher on the tackle, meeting him in the hole. Still able to push forward for a couple of yards, and it will bring up a second down and 8. Rolling inside of 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Twombly roll out, call his own number this time, cuts up inside the 25. Caught by big Pierce Croas, a 6'1", 225-pound junior at defensive line. Credit him with a gain of a 2 on the play. They're bringing up a 3rd down now and 6. First time Twombly has kept it on the triple option.
Well, now it's time for the Foxes to dig deep on a big 3rd down to stop this drive.
Pretty sure this is 4-down territory here for the Hawks. Wing T. Twombly will roll near side again. Patient, has time, now he's going to turn it up. Needs to get 5 more yards, cuts inside the 20 and is going to be close, and he's got the first down. Just put the shoulder down to pick up the 7 yards for the first down. And huge conversion there for the Hawks. Now they're looking at keeping the ball for the rest of the quarter.
Just a completely different thought after the first 4 minutes where you saw the Foxes just drive down the field, about to score, get that huge turnover, and now you can have your defensive players rest there, not playing two-way, and just take your time on offense.
Coach Hinkins mentioned, though, this is where they've struggled in terms of converting for points getting down in this area. Twombly, fullback dive. That's Wolski again, forward for about 2. I think it's 2nd down and 8. Wolski's 6th carry on this drive for 27 yards. Probably going to see one more play, barring an incomplete pass, before we wrap up the first quarter.
Well, the red zone has been the big key of this game. Each team now will have an attempt inside the red zone. Foxes unable to control and keep the ball. Can the Hawks find a way to get its touchdown?
Wing T, receivers in tight this time. Twombly got a little movement along the line, and now we're going to get a flag for delay of game. That's the one thing with triple option. You cannot be behind the sticks.
And they did a fantastic job all drive to avoid this situation.
I wonder if Twombly thought he was going to get a flag for the motion along the line, but it looked like the defensive lineman shifted to the left and did not actually break the neutral zone. Stop the clock with 1 second left in the first quarter. Wing T, tight formation again. And the pitch will go to the wing coming over the top. It's Severin, tries to turn inside the 20, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. So a gain of about 5 on the play, and that'll wrap up the first quarter play. At the end of 1, it is 0-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
My name is Mike Pastorelli, and I am the auto buying specialist for Fox Communities Credit Union. I just really enjoy helping people and make sure that they get the best bang for their dollar when they're walking to a car lot. I've met members at car dealerships and helped them sit down with the salesperson, whatever you need me to do. It's exciting. Buying a new car, getting it home for the first time. They know that they got the most car for the monthly payment that they wanted to spend. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
And welcome back, as this is the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Jonathan Kraus and Zach Morris with you here tonight, and we are at the Apple Bowl. Appleton Xavier, Fox Valley Lutheran, fast-moving first quarter as the Foxes had the ball for 4.5 minutes to start. Xavier had the ball for the last 7.5 minutes of the quarter, and now are looking at a 3rd down and 9 at the Fox Valley Lutheran 20-yard line.
And the Foxes
got the sticks in the wrong order.
You forget everything when you have to change the field.
Yep. So it's 3rd down and 11. Gain of 4 on that last play. So let's see if Xavier is going to try to put it up again here on 3rd and long. Again, probably 4-down territory, so you're looking to at least get half and have a manageable 4th down. Tough position there, but able to get rid of it. Trying to get off to the far side is Maris, and he's not able to go very far. Brought down after about a 4-yard gain, taking it down to the 15-yard line.
But every yard helps. If you're going for 4th down, if you can get it just 2 or 3 yards, you will take that, because a 4th and 6, 4th and 5 is a lot easier than that 4th and 9.
So officially a 5-yard gain, so we'll make it 4th down and 6, and we're going to get a field goal attempt. On to handle the kicking, A.J. Seidler, a sophomore, out of the hold of Ethan Siverin. Snap's good, kick on the way, and that's no good. So long time-consuming drive by Appleton Xavier comes up empty, and we remain scoreless here in the 2nd quarter.
Each team just doing their job on defense, making those big stops, and luckily for the Foxes, they went for the field goal, and with the miss, you can breathe a little bit easier knowing that you were able to find a way to hold on, and now can you get your flow in offense again?
Well, the one concern there is your defense was on the field for the better part of 9 minutes on that drive. All adds up in the end. So FPL back on offense for just their 2nd possession of the night. Again, they got it down to the Xavier 5-yard line before fumbling. So both teams have been inside the red zone and come up empty. Rolling out is Mears, near side, and his first incomplete pass of the night, intended for Bennett Reeder.
Just a little off on the route.
That opening drive, Drew Mears was 4 of 4 for 54 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 10. It's also strange to see a stopped clock after that 1st quarter. So they'll go spread again, 2 receivers to each side. Here's a straight drop, comes out firing. He's got a man across the 25 out to about the 30, and that's another catch for Owen Gerhardt. He's been busy tonight, had a 31-yarder in the 1st quarter, and that will be enough for the 1st down. As I say, it's right at the 30.
They're actually going to say it was a fumble recovery, because it looked like he may have just lost it as he was turning up to get some extra yards to get past that first. There's a little confusion where some players are running back and forth.
Yeah, we are still Fox Valley Lutheran ball, though.
Because it looked odd, because you had defenders for the Hawks coming back out. You had a student section cheering.
So FBL retains possession. Pass is caught along the near side. That is Kevin Doberstein. And Doberstein out across the 35 out to about the 39-yard line. And that'll be good for a gain of 7, bring up a 2nd down and 3.
With the Xavier student section, you get so excited with the big you get the big turnover, and you realize it never happened. The ups and downs of the students and the fan bases.
Second down short here as they go pistol formation with the wing. Rolling, Mears, far side, pass tipped and intercepted. Coming in for the pick is Nate Twombly. So the quarterback, who goes both ways for Appleton Xavier, forces the 2nd turnover by the Hawks defense tonight, and they're set up in great field position now at the 50-yard line.
Now the student section's cheering officially for a real turnover. They were just off by 2 plays.
Especially in a game that looks like it's going to be a grind fest here. Ball control and possession are going to be the key.
Well, say for the Foxes, you look at it right now, yeah, that's their 2nd turnover, but your offense is still looking. You can move down the field, and that's more important, especially in a game that's scoreless.
Wing T, wing comes over the top. Then he'll take the pitch, looking to throw down the near sideline. Got a man. It's Hawkins. Can't draw it in. And a flag comes in.
The cornerback was not looking back. I mean, that was going to had to draw a penalty.
So that will be a 15-yard penalty here in high school football. The sensible alternative to pass interference penalty yardage.
Confusion if you watch Thursday Night Football, now you're watching high school. Why isn't it already in the red zone?
No, they're going to wave off the flag. Wow.
You wonder if one official saw that, maybe he did make a glance and did notice.
So that'll bring up a second down and a 10 now. By the way, that pass attempt was by Tyler Brightman. Lined up as a wing and then threw the pass. So now second down and 10 for the Hawks. Play fake. Twombly will keep it himself. Follows the fullback through the hole. Dancing through and dragging guys inside the 40. Good hard run for a first down.
And this is why those referees do meet up, because you want to make sure you have the correct call. If a couple officials saw something different than one, you want to make sure, even if it takes an extra minute or whatever, especially a penalty like that, that can change the game.
Hawks able to move the sticks here again. Right at the Fox Valley Lutheran 40-yard line. Split backs with a single wing this time. And again, Twombly will follow his man into the hole, plowing forward to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Mac Kramer, defensive back for the Foxes. Gain of 5 as they put it right at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Twombly with a couple of back-to-back nice hard runs from your option quarterback. 3 carries, check that, 4 carries for 24 yards.
You see a little more confidence, too, out of this Hawks offense compared to that last drive, which was successful moving the ball.
Going to the top of the formation this time. Twombly will keep it. And the pitch coming around the near side. Severin breaks 1 tackle inside the 30. There he goes. Flag flies from deep in the secondary. And I think we're going to get a hold. Let's see what the call is here. Confab, and the Hawks are backing up, so it was in fact an illegal block in the back downfield. So spot foul, and it will bring up a second down and a 10 now for the Hawks, right back at the 40-yard line.
I wonder if it was on Walski, the way he put his hands up right after the play, like he realized he might have given an extra push.
Well, if it had been contact that was established within a couple of yards of the line of scrimmage, he was fine, but he must have found someone else to hit in the back. Wing T. Handoff. Wolski plowing forward down to about the 36-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Nelso credited with the tackle. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7 here for the Hawks.
On our chat, on our YouTube stream, we have Al chiming in saying, good job, D, with Xavier. Getting the big interception to get inside.
Yep.
Now roaming inside FVL territory.
Don't know if this would be 4-down territory here or not. Probably choose to punt if they fail to convert. Twombly works under center. Little spin around as the handoff goes to Severin across the 25-yard line, which is going to be very close to the first down, and it will be enough. They're going to give it to him. So he picks up 6 on the play. Another huge 3rd down conversion for the Hawks, and they'll keep possession at the Fox Valley Lutheran 25-yard line.
Well, once he bounced to the outside, he hit the Jets. He knew you need to get that first down because maybe they're in that situation. We may not go on 4th down, so did everything he could to get that.
Another time-consuming drive, which started right at midfield for Xavier following the interception. Handoff, Wolski plowing forward, gets stood up and driven back after about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
And you mentioned the time-consuming drives, especially with an offense like the Foxes that can move in a hurry. You want that time of possession to get that offense off the field.
And credit the tackle there to Ethan Melso. A little undersized at linebacker, 5'9", 180, but not afraid to stick his helmet in there. Excuse me, get his body in there. We shouldn't be crediting anyone with using their helmet anymore. So gain of 2, and it brings up a second down and 8. Wolski now up to 9 carries on the night for 37 yards. Twombly rolling left again, throws back across the middle. He's got a man inside the 10 and down to about the 4-yard line. Ian Mayers with the catch. And they're going to mark him right at the 5. Huge pickup on that play. And actually just a little bit inside the 5, down to the 4. So a gain of 24 on the play. Twombly now is 2 of 2. That one, well, I take that back. He's a 2 of 3 for 35 yards. So first and goal. First time the Hawks have gotten this deep. They're going to go true T formation this time. Twin tight ends. Twombly going to follow his fullback into the hole and get down. Actually, he did give it off to Wolski and followed him in. Gain of about 1 on the play down to the 3-yard line.
Again, another big chance here for the Foxes. Do whatever you can to keep the Hawks out, get your offense back on the field and keep this at a scoreless game, but a golden opportunity for the Xavier Hawks with that turnover.
I think it's going to be hammer time for 4 consecutive downs here on 2nd down and goal from the 3. Hand off. They're going to come to the near side, trying to turn the corner and into the end zone easily for the touchdown is Ethan Severin. And it is Xavier on top here first tonight, 6-0, extra point yet to come. First attempt of a field goal by A.J. Seidler earlier this evening was not even close to good. Let's see what he does on this extra point. Snap's good, kick on the way, and that one sails high and is good. 7-0 Xavier. You're watching the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Back in 60 seconds.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. Home values have really skyrocketed, and it would just make sense that now would be the time to take a look at your home equity. Having a home equity line in place will always be there for you in case of the rainy day, or you want to start up that business, or purchase that car that you never thought was going to come for sale. To be able to have that security blanket is really critical in someone's life cycle.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Welcome back as Xavier with the kickoff following their touchdown just moments ago. Coming to the near side and turning the corner. Plenty of room along the near sideline and finally brought down just past the 40-yard line. Zach Johnson with the nice return from his own 5 all the way out to the 42-yard line. So prime field position here for Fox Valley Lutheran, who continues to try to find a way to get on the board. First 2 drives here in the first half both resulted in turnovers.
And a great time for the Foxes to have a great special teams play getting near midfield.
They'll go trips right this time. With Mears working out of the shotgun. Long pass downfield out through the hands of the intended receiver. Johnson unable to haul that one in.
Showing a little frustration knowing that he had that one.
Yeah, once the ball got in the air, he got separation from the defensive back on that side. I believe that was Isaiah Desjardins. Unable to hang with him, but couldn't draw it in. 2nd down and 10 now for the Foxes. Also stops the clock, which has been rolling here for most of this first half. They'll send the man in motion across. Play fake. Mears rolls right, throws underneath. Pass is caught. And then breaking a tackle inside the 45-yard line goes Bennett Reeder. Defensive back would have stopped him short of the first down, but didn't wrap up. Pickup of 14 on the play. Mears now is 7 of 10 for 86 yards. Reeder, 4 receptions for 37. And now they're going to pick up the pace here a little bit, trying to get their offense in gear. Hughes takes the snap, straight drop, has time, goes far side, hauled in again at about the 35-yard line. That time it was Gearhart, yep, with the catch. His third on the night.
You mentioned that tempo. This is what happens the second you fall down a game. You've moved the ball very well. You want to show that, hey, we can score some touchdowns and get over these 2 turnovers we just had on offense.
Receivers come out and line up first, then the rest of the team. Offensive line breaks the huddle. 2nd down and 3 for the Foxes. They get movement along the line again. 2nd time they've been able to get the D lineman to jump. Not sure if it's hard count or if it's one of those crafty centers, maybe flexing the hand.
If it is that, I mean, if you're the coach of Xavier, if you're Haskins, you have to say something. If you can catch it, but you got to prove it too. But if it is the cadence, man, you already know they have triggered twice on that, and you're going to keep using this in key situations.
So for the 3rd time tonight, Fox Valley Lutheran gets into Xavier territory, but again, their first 2 drives ended in turnovers. Here's a roll left this time. Throw to the near sideline, got a man open, too far though, over the top of Johnson, incomplete. Out there on coverage that time was Ethan Severine. That'll make a 2nd down and 10. Also stops the clock here as well. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap a few stats. Did mention that the 2001 Fox Valley Lutheran State Championship team will be honored here at halftime as well. Some of those players back for that honor, 20 years out. Straight drop, plenty of time, goes far side, breaking another tackle is Gerhardt, and it gets dropped at about the 19-yard line, so that'll be enough for another 1st down. Fights his way for a gain of 11. 4th catch for 58 yards. 58 of the 97 accumulated so far here in the 1st half for Drew Mears.
And this is more we saw from the Foxes on the opening drive of the game.
This time they'll bunch their receivers to the near side. Straight drop, Mears has time, throws in the slot, and that pass is caught. That is Zach Johnson, and he gets down to the 10-yard line, and it'll be just shy of the 1st down. Gain of 9 on the play. That puts Mears over 100 yards passing here on the night. Johnson's first reception. He's had his hands on a couple here tonight, but first one he's able to hang on to. Trips left this time. Mears out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. Comes near side. Pass is caught. That's Johnson. Cuts inside a man to the end zone and touchdown. So the Foxes are able to get on the board, going in from 20 yards out for their first score on the night. And it's 7-6. Extra point yet to come.
A great job by Zach Johnson. Had that great return and had an opportunity for a touchdown and made it up with that play right there.
On to attempt the PAT is Adam Lohberger, a sophomore. Snap good, kick on the way, and it is good. Tied at 7. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream Game of the Week.
I'm Julia Clemmy. I'm a member relationship officer. When it comes to auto loans, I like to explain to the members how the process works so that they understand how to do electronic signing, how they're going to pick up the check, where the deposit is going to come from. I can put it into slower gear for a first-time borrower, put it into overdrive for a borrower that's borrowed many times, and they can have a check within the hour. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union. Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Welcome back as Fox Valley Lutheran has just tied things up here in the Apple Bowl. And now on the return of the kickoff, it's Isaiah Desjardins across the 25, still on his feet, 30, and out to the 34-yard line. So we've seen a couple of nifty special teams returns here so far tonight. And the Hawks are set up in pretty good field position. 2:23 left to go second quarter, and they have all three of their timeouts.
In this type of game, you'll need your special teams to make a big play. Now we've seen each of them helping out, especially after a touchdown by FVL, especially, and that really helped them get that drive started.
And Xavier deferred, and now they're going to get the back-to-back possessions.
And this is why they do that.
T formation ends in tight. And the handoff will go to the wing going left. And trying to turn the corner was Mares, but he is stopped after about a 4-yard gain, pushing it out to the 38-yard line. For Mares, that is his 4th carry on the night for 22 yards. This time they will split backs with the wing to the near side. Ends remain tight. And they'll try it this time. Coming near side, Severine turning the corner inside the 40 and stopped short of the first down. In on the tackle was Pierce Croas, a 6'1", 225-pound junior defensive lineman. Credit a gain of 4 on the play for Severine, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. T formation ends tight. Handoff. Severine met in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Getting the initial penetration and blowing the play up was Jacob Schumacher, a 6'2", 185-pound junior linebacker. And now Fox Valley Lutheran will use a timeout to stop the clock with exactly 1 minute left to go. Gives us an opportunity to tell you that Fox Valley Lutheran High School has been providing quality Christian education to the Fox Cities for 68 years. FBL's mission is possible because of the generous contributions of its supporters. Their 4th annual Giving Day is on Tuesday, September 21st. Please plan on joining the many supporters who have helped FBL prepare students of the Valley for lives of service and for eternity. To find out more about FBL or this special event, call 739-4441 or go to fblhs.org. We would like to thank everyone here at Fox Valley Lutheran High School for hosting us. Everyone was real excited to see that the Apple Bowl was going to be streamed this year for everyone to enjoy worldwide. So 4th and 5 now for the Hawks, and they'll be forced to punt.
If you are worldwide, let us know where you're watching on our comments on our YouTube video stream.
Punter is Twombly, who's Mr. Everything. Short one that bounces, stays in the field of play, and is down at the 36-yard line. So fairly good starting field position here for FBL. They still have 2 timeouts left and 52 seconds left. And as we saw on that last drive, they can move down the field pretty quick.
They did, and they're ready to go for another quick score, especially in this opportunity where you're not getting the ball at halftime, but your offense was on fire and great passing. And let's see if they can squeeze one out with 52 seconds to go in the half.
By the way, Zach, they lost the back-to-back possessions.
Well, you do this now in case. This is what you want in your back pocket in case you're down at halftime.
Trips right this time. Mears straight drop, looking left. Now he's got plenty of room to run. 40, 45, and then out of bounds at midfield. Good play by Drew Mears there. Realized everything was covered downfield, but everyone had their back turned to him. So he's able to pick up 14 yards. And gets out of bounds to save a couple of timeouts. So right at the midfield stripe. Foxes have gone into Xavier territory all 4 possessions now here in the first half. Just 7 points to show, though. Mears rolls right. Pass is caught under pressure there. Is pulling it in is Bennett Reeder. Tackled in the field of play, and a timeout will stop the clock with 39 seconds left to go. Actually, they're going to say that the pass was incomplete, so no timeout. Incomplete pass, as Reeder did not hang on to the ball to the ground. Second down 10. Near a straight drop, comes near side. Johnson cuts inside his defender, inside the 40, down to the 35, and stopped at about the 34. Clock stops on the first down in high school football. Pickup of 16 on the play. And here come the Foxes. Mears, straight drop, near side. Johnson behind him. Kind of slipped there on the cut, wasn't able to make a clean turn.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough break because you're the quarterback. You see him wide open, but it's the second that cut happens and you start losing your grip, you know you're going down and it's going to be an incomplete pass. And you just hope the cornerback is not in a great situation to get a quick pick.
Drew Mears, 10 of 16 for 142 yards, 142 yards and 1 touchdown here in the first half. Switches his back. They haven't had a running play to a running back in a while. Mears straight drop. Johnson makes the catch. Can't quite keep his feet in bounds as he had room down the sideline. Going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. Going to say 6, and it'll bring up a third down now and 4. Also stops the clock with 19 seconds. So FBL still with 2 timeouts. They can work the middle of the field.
Right now, if you're the Hawks, you may want to have another player on Jackson. There's no lie right now. He is Mears' #1 target so far in this game.
Trips right. Mears straight drop. Comes near side again, and there's Johnson again inside the 20. Going to mark him right at the 20, it looks like. That'll be enough for the first down. Pickup of 7 on the play.
Johnson doing a great job just maintaining the catch, just trying to move forward.
They are wearing out the cornerback on this near side because they're running trips to the wide side of the field and just playing a one-on-one game along the near sideline here. Johnson comes to the left again, and again guarding him out there is Isaiah Desjardins. Mears straight drop, looks that way again. He's got him behind the defense, jumping catch, and it's knocked away incomplete. 9 seconds left to go, and that time Desjardins was beat but recovered and was able to knock the ball out.
That was the important play. If he did not recover, that was going to be a quick touchdown. So if you're looking at possibly 1 more try or 2 more, if you can do this quick. I mean, everyone knows where this ball's going to go.
Yep. So the hope then is that you bring the safety over the top to that left-hand side, and then you're playing 3 games of one-on-one on the other side. Bunched trip receivers just to the right of the formation. Under pressure, Mears, he's got room to run inside the 15, makes a man miss, and then is escorted out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Not that it matters too much here with so little time left, but 3 seconds left, so yeah, basically 1 chance to throw it into the end zone here.
Appears it's going to be a field goal opportunity.
Oh, no, they're going to send, hang on here. They're going to call a timeout first. Gives us an opportunity to talk real briefly here about some of the other action tonight in the Bay Conference. Winneconne is at Seymour, Wapaka is at New London, and Shawano is at Kingsford, Michigan, playing out of conference. Valley Football Association tonight, Appleton West is home against DC Everest. Stevens Point is at Hortonville. Wausau West is at Wisconsin Rapids, and Marshfield playing host to Grantsburg. FBA, huge matchup there. Appleton North taking on Kimberly. You can hear that game on the Score radio tonight. Appleton East is at Oshkosh West. North is at Kaukauna, and Neenah is at Fond du Lac. So it will be the field goal attempt with 3 seconds left. 27-yard field goal attempt for Adam Lohberger. Bombed the extra point before. Snap, and we're going to get a penalty, and it's going to be a false start.
Well, that field goal would have been good.
Good practice.
From our angle, I can't tell how far it would have been good from, but.
All right, so now that'll move the spot out to, I want to say the 24-yard line, so a 34-yard field goal attempt now.
They still have the trust, even with the added 5 yards.
Out of the hold of Owen Gerhardt. Hawks going to bring the pressure here. Snap's good. Kick on the way, and it's blocked. Live ball, and it's going to be picked up by Xavier. Got to be careful here. It's a live ball, and the ball carrier is brought down across the 25-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the first half of play. It's been entertaining so far for a low-scoring game. 7-7 here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Back in just a couple of minutes, and we will roll through some of the other scores around the area, and we'll also bring you some individual stats as well.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawks Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
My name is Mike Pastorelli, and I am the auto buying specialist for Fox Communities Credit Union. I just really enjoy helping people and make sure that they get the best bang for their dollar when they walk into a car lot. I've met members at car dealerships and help them sit down with the salesperson, whatever you need me to do. It's exciting. Buying a new car, getting it home for the first time, they know that they got the most car for the monthly payment that they wanted to spend. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
So here we are at halftime. It is 7-7, Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran. Jonathan Kraus and Zach Morris with you here tonight on the stream game of the week, brought to you by Fox Communities Credit Union. Scoring recap from the first half, it was Xavier getting on top after a scoreless first period of play. Ian Mayers came in with a 4-yard touchdown run. A.J. Seidler with the extra point made it 7-0 in favor of the Hawks. And then on the ensuing drive, after a fine return on the kickoff by Fox Valley Lutheran, they were able to punch it in. Zach Johnson catching the touchdown pass of 20 yards from quarterback Drew Mears. And the extra point after that made it a 7-7 score. Looking at some of the individual stats here so far tonight. For Xavier, passing, Nate Twombly is 2 of 3 for 35 yards. Rushing, it's David Wolski, 10 carries for 38 yards. Nate Twombly, 5 carries for 24. Ethan Severine has 4 carries for 26 yards. And Ian Mayers has 5 carries for 22 yards and that 1 touchdown. Completed passes have both been to Ethan Severine, who has 2 for 35 yards here tonight. As for Fox Valley Lutheran, their quarterback Drew Mears is 15 of 19 for 155 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Leading receivers are Zach Johnson, 5 catches for 58 yards, and Eric Gerhardt, Owen Gerhardt, who has 4 catches for 58 yards. Kevin Doberstein has 1 catch for 8 yards here tonight. Rushing wasn't a lot of it for Fox Valley Lutheran in the first half. 4 carries, 14 yards for Eli Retzlaff, and Drew Mears, the quarterback, had 2 carries for 5 yards total in the first half. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, will break things down here from the first half. As again, out there on the field, by the way, they're honoring the 2001 Fox Valley Lutheran State Championship team. They mentioned their one loss in the regular season was to Wapaka, and then they avenged that in the playoffs. That's always the best. So again, we'll be back just a few minutes to recap the first half and get you ready for the second half here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream Game of the Week. And back with you again here at halftime. Jonathan Kraus and Zach Morris on the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream football game of the week, where, as you can see, we're tied at 7, Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran. Some scores from elsewhere around the area tonight. It is Appleton North on top of Kimberly in a huge matchup in the Fox Valley Association tonight. Cal Martini with back-to-back touchdowns, last one 34 yards, and it is the Lightning on top of the Papermakers 14-10 late in the first half. Surprised by that at all, Zach, or?
Well, when you watch the first half and see how easily the Foxes were able to move the ball left and right, you would think that this is their opportunity to take a big lead. But I look at it where you look at the Hawks, where you're in a great situation with your defense.
Actually, both teams have missed a field goal in the game here today. The key, though, has been Fox Valley Lutheran's 2 turnovers in the first half. Some other scores from around the area tonight. We have New Holstein on top of, Kiel on top of New Holstein, 7-0. Pulaski leads Green Bay Southwest 28-0. That game is in the first half. And Kokona has jumped out on top of Oshkosh North 10-0. That game is in the second quarter. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of those scores here for you tonight. We should also mention that the Brewers are in action again, and they have managed to put up a 6 spot in the 5th inning. I think there may have been a grand slam in there because they had the bases loaded before. It is 9-2 Brewers on top of the Cleveland baseball team, as we'll be calling them from here on out. One of the interesting things, we're playing the Apple Bowl here tonight, 51st edition of it. When you look at it, it's 26-24 is the lead right now in terms of who leads that, and it is Fox Valley Lutheran with the very slight lead in terms of that series. And the way that we've seen runs in the way this rivalry has gone. The first 19 years that they played, 1960 through 1986, before it was actually called the Apple Bowl, it was fairly competitive. Xavier came out ahead 11-8 in terms of those games that were played. Then once it became the Apple Bowl in 1987 until 2002, a 16-year span, Fox Valley Lutheran went 13-3 in those matchups. But then everything turned. 2003 until 2015, another 13-year period there. Xavier won 11 of the 13 games. And now since 2016, 5 meetings so far before tonight, FVL has a 4-1 lead. You went to Menasha. Do you remember that being kind of a thing with Nina as well, kind of streaks?
And it was, I mean, for quite a while, especially until the Menasha Blue Jays went to the Big Conference, and you never got to see them until this year, out of all things. But, yeah, I mean, that's where it is. You want that big rival, especially for these two schools. You're located in the same city. You can't get much better of a rivalry than this.
Not to mention the denominational stuff, but we'll stay away from that. Unfortunately, when I was going to Bayport, we lost to all of our rivals. Ashwaubenon was the big one for us at that time. Now that Bayport is at such a high elite level, I think they become more regional in their rivals in terms of teams that they have to get through to go to state, like Kimberly, like Fond du Lac, like Appleton North.
And that's the other thing of rivalry is you look at across the league where you want to make sure you have the size where you can be competitive, where if you're Xavier or Fox Valley Lutheran, you're not going to take on Appleton West, East, and North because they are bigger schools. So you actually get a school that's pretty close to your size, and that's hard to find, especially in the same city.
Well, that was one of the things that the WIAA tried to do in terms of the new conference groupings. We haven't talked about that much, where everybody's now in an 8-team league. You play 7 regular season games in conference, 2 non-conference games, so you're bringing back that non-conference tradition as well. By the way, our video stream game next week is Menasha versus West De Pere. You going to be impartial in that one?
Well, I always am. We've been with BJ over at West De Pere, and this has been a matchup where it was a rivalry in the in the Bay Conference because these were the two teams always contending for the conference championship.
And as for the next games up for these two teams, Fox Valley Lutheran will remain home as they take on Winneconne next week. Strange to see a 3-game homestand in the middle of a regular season. You don't get that a lot in high school football. As for Xavier, they will return home next week to take on New London. One thing we really didn't talk about is that the winner of this game really gets the inside track for the Bay Conference Championship. Both FEL and Xavier are 1-0 in conference play. Shawano is also 1-0 in conference play coming into tonight. New London, Seymour, Wapaka, and Winneconne are all 0-1 in conference play. So an early season showdown here with the winner again having the inside track for the conference title.
And the game has played out like that in a tightly contested game where you know you have that inside track, so you want to do everything you can to come out with this victory, and that's why you've seen big play after big play in this game.
They say that styles make fights, and that's really made this game, where Xavier has done everything they can to try and grind it out, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping possession and running the clock. Fox Valley Lutheran has just been winging it all over the place here, moving it up and down, and really the only thing that stopped them has been the 2 turnovers. So it'll be Xavier to receive after they deferred in the first half, much to the joy of Zach Morris. So we are all set to go. And the kick will come to one of the deep men. And bringing it out across is Desjardins across the 30 and out to about the 32-yard line. So fairly good field position for Fox Valley Lutheran, Xavier on their first possession here in the second half. So FEL had 4 possessions for the entire first half, got into Xavier territory on all 4 of them. Xavier had 3 possessions in the first half, got inside FEL territory on 2 of them. As I mentioned, both teams missed a field goal in the first half. So here we go. Working under center will be Twombly. Only attempted 3 passes there in the first half, and he will follow his fullback into the hole, breaks the tackle across the 35, out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play by Twombly before he is finally brought down by Liam Higas, one of the safeties. So exactly the way you want to start if you are Appleton Xavier. Twombly's 5th carry on the night for 35 yards.
Another reason to defer is you can make some changes on offense going in from halftime, so you're feeling pretty good right now if you're a Hawks fan that this drive is looking pretty successful.
Wing T, fake the pitch. Twombly turns back to the inside and lunges forward just shy of the midfield stripe.
And you mentioned with this style of offense, even if it's a yard or 2, long as you're going forward, this offense can be successful.
Jaden King, one of the defensive captains, a 6', 268-pound senior with the ankle tackle there. Gain of 3 on the play to bring up a second down and 7. This time they'll go split backs with the wing to the top of the formation and the ends tight. Run blitz. They pick it up. Twombly right in behind the blitzer, drags a tackler down to about the 47-yard line. Credit the tackle to, let's see who they have there, Pierce Croas.
And the key point here for the Fox's defense is you have to find a way just to disrupt their flow on offense, get a lost play, find a way to at least put them in a 3rd and long, because this is right where the offense wants to be.
Yeah, triple option, you got something working here on 3rd and 3. 3rd and 11, not so much. T formation, handoff, that's the fullback this time. Wolski plowing forward, and they're going to have him just short of the first down across the 45-yard line. Decision time here for head coach David Hinkins. Too early to go for it?
I go for it at this point. This is the way they play. They trust their defense, and you know the way the Foxes have been moving the ball, they're going to be on your side of the field one way or another. You might as well speed it up and maybe give yourself more time in this quarter.
Long time here getting the play in out of the huddle. Watching the back judge here for the 5-second count, and there it begins. Showing blitz again on the run. And it'll be Twombly, the quarterback, just plowing forward and getting more than enough for the first down. Pick up a 4 on the play.
Looked like he was trying to make the line jump for the Foxes, but hey, his power just enough to push through that line for the first down.
Foxes now are sending linebackers in, trying to shoot gaps, take away that fullback dive, and then the quarterback follow option. T formation again. It's time. Twombly will keep it himself, tries to go off the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, and turns it into a positive gain of about 4 yards out on the left side. Yep, that's Owen Gerhardt with the tackle coming up from the safety position. So second down and 6. Featuring Twombly's legs on this drive so far. Back to the T. Ends are wide this time. Twombly will roll near side. Pitches deep. Turning the corner. Severine dumps over a man inside the 25 and then is taken out at about the 23-yard line.
Great block, laying that drive to give the additional 5 yards on that run.
Pickup of 15 on the play. Severine has been the speed jet man here on the outside tonight. Taken out, so it stops the clock at 8:13. Opening drive of the second half here for Xavier. They've had some long time-consuming drives tonight. T formation again. This time they'll run the pitch this way. Whoa, that's a risky play. It's loose on at the ground, and it's Fox Valley Lutheran with their first forced turnover of the night. Eli Retzlaff with the fumble recovery.
During that pitch, I don't think he was expecting a hit, and when that happened, it just changed the whole formula of that play, and unable to secure the pitch, and a great job by the Foxes. Bend but don't break defense.
Usually you do not attempt a hook shot on your pitch back to the back. So I'm sure that Twombly, who does go both ways, so he doesn't have to go to the sideline to face the coach right away, but.
And we've seen Twombly make those plays in this game, so he's probably shocked that it didn't work out.
Film session, there'll be a little discussion there about the ball handling. So Fox Valley Lutheran now with their first possession in the second half, and we have a false start. So that'll back them up, make it second down, or first and 15 at their own 21-yard line. Fox Valley Lutheran, 2 turnovers here so far this afternoon, a fumble and an interception. Xavier with their first turnover there on the fumble. So now Mears continues to work out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. He's got room to roam if he wants to. Cuts it back inside, makes a couple of guys miss, and then gets wrapped up at the 29-yard line. So able to get back about 8 yards on that play. And will bring up a second down and about 8. Actually, going to give him forward progress all the way to almost the 30-yard line. So pickup of a full 9 on the play.
It's a great play to have, especially getting all those penalty yards back, and you're back on track.
Second down 7. Straight drop. Working near side for Johnson again. He's got it inside the 40, or outside the 40, and down to the about 42-yard line. Tackle made that time by Aaron Blaine.
Well, great job by Johnson. He had plenty of time to wait for that ball to get across the field, and he had no defender cruising in on him. So all he had to do was just focus on making that catch, and you have the first down.
That is a long, long throw across the field like that. So a pickup of 12 on the play, and up for the first down. Mears now 14 of 20 for 167 yards. Pass to the far side, and they're going to say it was incomplete. Pass was intended for Kevin Doberstein. So they'll bring up a second down and a 10. And another rare stopped clock here in this game. They'll go trips right this time. Just keep working Zach Johnson on that island here on the left-hand side. This time they'll roll away from that. Mears directed some traffic and then sacked. Taken down at about the 40-yard line. Finally running him down was Eddie Flottmeyer, a 5'11", 225-pound senior linebacker with great pursuit there. Loss of 4 on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 14.
Well, I think the Hawks will be glad to see they're going away from Johnson on that play. Makes it easier for their defense. And now this is where we haven't seen the Foxes in a 3rd and long. They've been really good, just exactly like the Hawks, doing what you need to do to get those 4th and 3rd and shorts.
Working out of the shotgun again. 3 receivers now to the right. Under pressure almost immediately and sacked. That is Flottmeyer again. Back-to-back sacks for big 53. And just like that, the Fox Valley Lutheran drive fizzles out. Going to bring up a 4th down and very long.
When you get 2 huge sacks like that, that carries the momentum into your offensive possession.
Also helps to flip the field here too. So Xavier should get fairly good field position as standing at his own 35-yard line is Severine. Wobbly snap, punt on the way. Speaking of wobbling, that'll get across midfield. Bounces forward though and then is downed at the 39-yard line. I think they may have been able to get a little bit more out of that.
And Fox has grabbed it a little bit early, may have bounced, I would say another 5-7 yards.
Yeah, Cale Mayer turned around there on special teams possession. The ball was right in front of him, so grab it, you never know. Going to mark it right at the 40 for the Hawks.
Not a bad situation if you're the Hawks, knowing that you had the fumble and the great pass play and being able to hold them and get at the 40-yard line. You'll take that every time you turn the ball over.
Getting the feeling of a triple overtime classic here tonight.
Well, this is the game where who's the first one to flinch.
That's right. Wing T, ends tight. Man in motion comes over the top. That's Severine again. Turns inside, breaks a couple of tackles. Now reverses field across the 45 and out to about the 46-yard line. Nifty running there. 7-yard gain. Severine now with 6 carries for 48 yards. 2nd down and 4. And again, clock continues to roll. Wing T, bunch formation. All 11 defenders within 9 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff and dropped at the line, actually for a loss, as they tried to mix things up there with Ian Mayers. But instead, blowing the play up was Eli Retzlaff. So you'll have a 3rd down and long now, 5 yards. Loss of 1 on the play.
Great job by Jaden King to get in there and really get this whole offense flowing. Now it's a 3rd and 5. Now a situation where you can try to get a stop on this Hawks offense.
Wing T ends split this time. Twombly will roll to the near side. Now he's under pressure. Nice move there. Can't make everybody miss, though. He's sacked. Coming in for the sack is Jaden King. Back-to-back big plays by the big man. Loss of 5 on the play, and they'll bring up a 4th down and 10, and the Hawks will be forced to punt.
Oh, and he's pumped up, Jonathan. He knows he made 2 big plays to get the ball back on offense.
On to handle the punt is Twombly. Again, the do-everything guy here for Xavier. High spiral, bobbled, loose, and it looks like FBL has recovered. Yes.
When it hit the ground, he got right back on that, and that's that heart attack moment where you feel you dropped $1 million and you have no idea if you're going to be able to get it back.
Owen Gerhardt was the return man there who initially muffed and then recovered. So here comes Fox Valley Lutheran, who saw their last drive stalled by back-to-back sacks by the same player. Mears will work out of the shotgun. It's really like Jaden King is center as well for FVL. So you got to calm down, get your snap count right. In the slot, Gerhardt again across the 35 and out to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 8, 9 on the play, being a 2nd down and 1.
It's a little bit of surprise knowing that we've seen a lot of great offensive plays in the first half. Right now, we're looking at great defensive plays every drive.
2nd down 1. Going to reset a couple of the receivers here in the formation to the right. Zach Johnson, one-on-one again here on the left. They go away from that side. And a nice open field tackle on Gerhardt, as coming up to lay the blow was Ethan Severine. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and still a long 1. No gain technically on the play. So let's see what they decide to go with.
I wonder if you're going to see Mears just roll out, and if he can't find Johnson, just try to run for the 1st down.
Outside of a quarterback keeper, I don't think we've seen a run by Fox Valley Lutheran. Man, it's been a while. An actual handoff and run. And now we're going to get a timeout, as there appeared to be a little confusion as to what the Foxes wanted to do. Gives us a chance to let you know that fall football is an exciting tradition at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. FVL offers a tradition of excellence both in and out of the classroom. Whether it's music, sports, academics, or co-curriculars, FVL students are well prepared for the challenges of the world today. Caring teachers, timeless truth, and a state-of-the-art facility make FVL an outstanding choice for those important high school years. To find out more about Fox Valley Lutheran High School, call 739-4441 or look them up on the web at fvlhs.org. And again, our thanks to everyone here at FVL for hosting us tonight here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Foxes. Mears will work out of the shotgun again. Takes a snap, play fake, going to roll near side, pass underneath, is caught, and that will be close to the 1st down yardage, and it looks like forward progress for Connor Ruppel will be enough.
Yeah, the initial catch was enough for the 1st down and just push back on the tackle. So
his first catch on the night.
So you may not run the ball, but if you can get a 1st down, it's all that matters.
That's the spread version of a run play, I guess. Trips right this time as the Foxes hang on to possession. Winding under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Mears straight drop, plenty of time. He's going to try for Johnson along the near sideline. Can't get under it, incomplete.
Battling with his defender and just unable to get his motion and lost his step.
He and Desjardins have just been battling over there all night. It's just been a one-on-one war, basically. Two are going to talk about Mears and Johnson. Johnson never comes back to the huddle. He just stays out here on the wing.
He knows what's going to happen.
Yep. Johnson run a fly pattern. Johnson run a fly pattern. Trips right this time. Mears straight drop, looking right, throws underneath, incomplete. Almost diving in there for the interception was Twombly.
It was a little low, and for Mears, he should be glad it was low.
Yes. 2 Hawks defenders there in position to make a pick.
It's going to be interesting. The go-to play will be Jonathan on a 3rd and 10 where this drive was looking promising, and in a moment's notice, you're thinking, what happened? We're already 3rd and 10.
Yeah. Last time on 3rd and long, they were unable to get any protection as well. So let's see if Xavier's able to get in the backfield quickly again. They are not. Dropping back into coverage. Throwing underneath, tipped, incomplete. And coming up limping is Gerhardt. I don't know if that is pulled hammy or maybe a cramp. It is still fairly warm here tonight and humid. So 3 straight incompletions now for Mears. And the Foxes will be forced to punt on 4th and 10.
Great initial pressure by the Hawks, but it was unable to get anywhere. But it did force Mears to at least back up just a couple yards. You don't know if that played a factor in his throw.
That was almost an exact copy of his interception in the first half there, off the receiver's hands. Snap is low, and a punt off the side of the foot, rolls inside the 40 and inside the 30. They don't ask you how, they just ask you how many yards.
Well, there's not going to be a Fox that would touch that ball until it stopped bouncing after the last attempt. But a great job by the Hawks. I mean, we're seeing this right now by both teams where you make a mistake, but your defense finds a way to bail you out.
So as we mentioned off the top, Xavier has scored 14 points in all 3 of their games so far. You almost get the feeling right now the way their defense is playing, 14 might be enough to win tonight. We'll see. Both teams, I think, have figured out a lot of stuff here from the first half. Wing T, bunch formation. Twombly will hand it off. Severin comes near side, turns the corner, 40, and then taken out just shy of the 45-yard line. Looks like they're marking back at the 42, but that will be enough for a first down. 12-yard gain, 7 carries, 60 yards for Ethan Severin tonight.
And we haven't seen many first down runs on first down tonight either.
Getting the full 10 yards, yeah. I think these have been the longest 2 minutes of the game so far. We had 3 incompletions and the guy go out of bounds. Wing comes in motion to the near side. Play fake. Twombly keeps it himself. He's got plenty of room to run. Midfield, 40. Couple of men to beat and then knocked out of bounds at, we're going to mark it here at about the 29-yard line. Pickup of 28. Biggest play of the night for the Hawks. Also gives Twombly 50 yards rushing on 12 carries. And now the Hawks have got something cooking here. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of the Foxes.
Yeah, back-to-back runs where it's looking pretty easy compared to how tough it was the last possession.
They ran a little reverse action that time. Twombly with the pivot in the backfield. He had plenty of room on the backside. This time he'll roll near side, and he's going to keep it inside the 25 and then taken out at about the 22. Actually, going to mark him all the way down to the 20 itself. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2. Get the feeling here that fullback dive might open up right here. They've been running a lot of stuff to the outsides with misdirection.
And that's the big thing for the Foxes. You stick with your game plan after those 3 plays.
Handoff. And there it is, but not as big as I expected it to be as Wolski plows forward. Enough for the first down, down to about the 16-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play. And the Foxes, or the Hawks move the chains again. Credit the tackle to Jacob Schumacher coming up from his linebacker position.
And a great job by the offensive line by the Hawks being able to just not have many bad plays, negative, to go against you.
T formation, handoff. And that's Severin turning the corner again inside the 15 and down to about the 12. Pickup of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down to 5. If it stays in bounds, this will likely be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Our 2nd scoreless quarter of the game. Twombly. Play fake, keeps it himself. Trying to make some men miss and cannot. There is your guy, Jaden King again. Big man up the middle with pursuit to the outside. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 7, but first, the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score at the end of 3, Xavier 7, Fox Valley Lutheran 7. We'll be back in a minute here on the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream Game of the Week.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Wisconsin Savings Bank.
And welcome back to Fox Valley Lutheran. Jonathan Krause, Zach Morris with you here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week as we head into the fourth quarter of play. It is Xavier and FVL tied at 7. However, Xavier has moved it into the red zone here and is now looking at a 3rd down and 9 from the FVL 14-yard line. Nate Twombly will work from under center. Play fake. Turns it inside. Inside the 10, tries to dive to the 5, and I think they're going to have him a little bit short of the 1st down. We're going to see the side judge coming in here is marking him right at the 5. And it's going to be 4th and short. Need about a half yard to go.
Well, this is where you either trust your quarterback, your fullback, anything to get that 1 yard, because go for a field goal. You feel pretty confident here, and you never know after a scoreless 3rd. Maybe 3 is all you need.
Probably going to be a quick hitter just off the right-hand side here. We'll see. Twombly works from under center. Takes the snap. He'll go left of the center and dive forward easily for the 1st down all the way down to the 2. Gain of 4 on the quarterback sneak. And now it is 1st and goal for Xavier and a chance to take the lead for the first time since early in the 2nd quarter.
Tough break there for the Foxes. They felt that this was their opportunity to stop the drive and maybe force a field goal attempt, but unable to, and now have to dig deep on this last set of downs.
Players of the game here have been the Xavier offensive and defensive line that I think so far tonight. Twombly sneak again towards the goal line, and it looks like they're going to mark him just short. Both officials coming in from the side. No, they're going to say touchdown. Twombly on top of the bodies is into the end zone. And he goes in from 2 yards out, and Xavier takes a 13-7 lead with our extra point yet to come.
Well, it was very successful on the 4th and short, and he just felt, hey, I'm going to be able to take it in on this play if I run it again.
Smash mouth football. A.J. Seidler now for a very important extra point here. Snap good, kick on the way, and it is good. 14-7. Fox Valley Lutheran back in 60 seconds on the Fox Communities Credit Union stream game of the week.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated River.
There we go. Zach keeping me straight here on the production work. Was so excited to get back to that kickoff.
Well, speaking of another Zach Johnson, again, continuing to find a way just to get this team back on track with the kick return, because if you can't get your offense going, a great way is a great kick return on your special teams. You need something to get this going for the Foxes, trailing for the first time.
We'll see if he gets featured on this next drive. He's lined up as the third receiver in the trips left. Mears going to keep it himself as flags fly at the line of scrimmage. Forces his way out past the 48 to the 49, and that'll be enough for a first down. Let's see what the penalty is.
And corrections, the second time they've been down, but Johnson has done a great job to be able to help that first touchdown and trying to help the second.
I don't think it was a false start. It was probably an illegal formation. I think they didn't have the end on the left-hand side here covered. All three of the receivers on that side were in the backfield. No, illegal shift is what they're going to say. So 2 men in motion. Wipe away the 11-yard gain for Mears, and now it'll bring up a 1st and 15 for FVL. Not the way you wanted to start your drive, down 7 with 10:30 left to go in the game. They stack the receivers on the near side, and now they send 2 men in motion again, and that will be an illegal procedure again. Pass is caught, but this is all meaningless action, as both of the men who were in motion did not reset.
Mears showing a little frustration, knowing how did this happen right after we did it.
Trenton Hain, who was lined up as a receiver on this side, I don't think he was supposed to go in motion. He took a couple of steps and stopped. However, Owen Gerhardt, who was the man who was supposed to be in motion, continued in motion, and the rule says that once you get 2 men in motion, both must stop, not just the one on the other side. So after back-to-back procedure penalties, it is 1st and 20 now for FVL, and they're pushed back to their own 29-yard line. So there goes that great field position you started with.
It's a great job for the Hawks now. I mean, you can do a lot of things defensively when you have that 1st and 20.
This time they go trips left. Mears out of the shotgun. Time right now. Now he stumbles in the backfield and is brought down for a sack. Getting home for the tackle for loss is Brady Picard, a 5'10", 245-pound senior. Fox Valley Lutheran going in the wrong direction, as that is a loss of another 7 yards. It'll bring up another 4 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 24.
The Xavier pass rushers saw he was stumbling around. They just soared right in and got that big sack, and now you're in a great situation if you're the Hawks.
Two down linebackers showing pressure off the edge. Mears, plenty of time though. Looking around, nobody's open. Now safety comes up and is intercepted. Stepping in front for the pick is Tyler Brightman. And Fox Valley Lutheran, after the penalties, put them behind the chains, unable to do anything on offense. Their 3rd turnover of the night, 2nd interception. And now the Hawks are in business at the 29-yard line.
Well, this 4th quarter is exactly how the Hawks probably ended up, hey, we're going to get a touchdown and we're going to get a big turnover and inside deep in the opponent's territory. They can get a touchdown here. This game completely just took a huge change.
Great job there by Brightman to read the play. That was not his man. He came off from deep coverage in the middle for the interception. Here comes Twombly rolling right. Tucks it underneath, and now he's got room on the outside, inside the 25 and down at about the 21-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. I will be shocked if Xavier throws another pass the rest of the night.
Well, they've been successful on it. That's the strange part, too. Great route running when they do pass. It's very limited, but it has been successful.
Yeah, Twombly was 2 of 3 in the first half for 35 yards. T formation now. Ends bunched on 2nd and 2. Now, good penetration to the backfield. He's trying to turn to the outside. It goes Mears, and he's still on his feet. I thought he went out of bounds. He manages to fight his way back to the original line of scrimmage. All kinds of challenges there, as getting instant penetration off the edge was Jacob Pearson, one of the defensive linemen, forced Mears deep into the backfield. Actually, it's going to go as a loss of 2 as he stepped out of bounds. So now it's 3rd down and 3. Four down territory here for the Hawks. Up 7, 8:50 left to go here in the game. Dive play as the fullback plows forward, and I think Wolski is going to be close. Actually, they're going to say just short, 4th and inches.
And here's a chance for the Foxes to get bailed out here by their defense.
So Wolski picks up 2 on the play. He's got 13 carries for 47 yards tonight.
Last time in this situation, we saw the quarterback keeper and got a few more yards after the first down.
So can the Xavier offensive line answer the call one more time here on 4th and short, or will FVL come up with a huge 4th down stop? Look at him crowding the gaps around the center. Twombly keeps and gets it. Looks like a gain of about 2 on the play. Keeps the sticks moving. He's now at 80 yards on 19 carries tonight. It's 1st and 10, and just as importantly for Xavier, clock will continue to roll.
And this is the offense you want with a lead and getting close to scoring position, and this offense just continues to take time off the clock. You get another score. We haven't really seen the Foxes score quickly.
Now we're going to get a whistle and a timeout taken by Appleton Xavier. Opportunity to let you know that Fox Valley Lutheran High School has been providing quality Christian education to the Fox cities for 68 years. FVL's mission is possible because of the generous contributions of its supporters. Our 4th annual Giving Day is Tuesday, September 21st. Please plan on joining the many supporters who have helped FVL prepare students of the Valley for lives of service and for eternity. To find out more about FVL or this special event, call 739-4441 or go to fvlhs.org. Also, I'd like to thank all of our regular sponsors tonight: Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, the Hawks Nest, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and North Star Dental Group. Don't forget that next week we will have Menasha and West De Pere for you. 6:50 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff from West De Pere. You're going to be leaving early tomorrow or next week.
Will be. Even earlier the following week when we have a doubleheader at Titan Stadium.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for Xavier. Slipping but keeping his feet and being able to turn the corner is Evan McCormick, his first carry on the night. Going to be a gain of about 3. He brings up 2nd down and 7. That would be McCormick's first carry on the season for Xavier. That's why I didn't have him on the spotter sheet. T formation here on 2nd and 7. Twombly, long count, hands it off. Wolski through the hole, takes a big hit across the 15 and down to about the 14-yard line. Gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Well, the goal here for FVL right now is just find a way to keep it 4th and long, because you do not want to get into a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, because you have an idea who's probably going to do the quarterback sneak. So this is the key down of this set.
Xavier 0 for 1 so far today on field goals. T formation. Twombly under center. He'll roll right. Keeps it. Has room. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown. Twombly takes it in from 13 yards out. His 20th carry on the night. And Xavier is now up 20-7. Extra point yet to come. The right side of Xavier's offensive line gets credit for that touchdown. They cleared everybody out. Seidler on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, kick on the way, and it is good. 21-7. Xavier on top. Back in 60 seconds. You are watching the Fox Communities Credit Union Stream Game of the Week.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawks Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
My name is Mike Pastorelli, and I am the auto buying specialist for Fox Communities Credit Union. I just really enjoy helping people and make sure that they get the best bang for their dollar when they're walking to a car lot. I've met members at car dealerships and helped them sit down with the salesperson, whatever you need me to do. It's exciting. Buying a new car, getting it home for the first time. They know that they got the most car for the monthly payment that they wanted to spend. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
The kickoff was relatively short, and Fox Valley Lutheran able to take it out to the 35-yard line. Officials going a little quick on us there after the touchdown. Nate Tombley taking it in from 10 yards out. Siler's extra point, making it 21-7.
Can't blame them. They probably looked at both teams, you know, getting bit by mosquitoes all night. All right, if you're both ready to go, let's just get this game rolling.
It is 21-7. I'm continuing to try and correct the score bug that we have up on the top, but it's not doing it for me. Pass comes to the near side, and it is complete and escorted out of bounds at about the 45-yard line is Kevin Doberstein. His second catch on the night. Going to be a gain of about 12 and enough for a first down. Again, the score is 21-7.
Take our word for it, because it's true.
The best we can do. They'll send a man in motion. Mears over the middle. Pass is knocked away, incomplete. Getting a hand on it was Twombly, who again plays both ways. Let's see what this does. Nope, we are locked up.
I think some mosquitoes got into the system, and they're not going to find any blood in there, but they'll keep looking.
Straight drop Mears here on 2nd down and 10. He'll come down the near sideline, and Gerhardt goes up, gets it. Did he get a foot in? No, incomplete, and looks like he's cramping up again. Remember earlier he limped off holding the left hamstring. I think it got him again. So Gerhardt, interesting thing there though was the side judge was the one that made the call from way back here. We didn't have anyone running the sideline, keeping up with the play. So they'll bring up a 3rd down and a 10. Bit of a slump for Drew Mears at quarterback here, as he has gone misfired on 5 of his last 6 passes. There we go. Including an interception, which set up the last touchdown for Appleton Xavier. Let's jump on the old Twitter machine here and see if we can find some other scores while they attend to Gerhardt on the field. The big showdown tonight in the Fox Valley Association. Last report we had, it was 14-13, Appleton North on top of Kimberly. We will up, yep, and that is the last score that I see on here as well. New Holstein trailing Kiel tonight, 13-0. Pulaski running all over Southwest tonight, 42-0 is the score in that one. Kewanee leads Clintonville, 20-6. And able to get off on his own power again is Gerhardt.
Just 1 minute ago, Kimberly answered with a 13-yard touchdown, and the 2-point conversion fails, so it's now 19-14 Kimberly.
Excellent, thank you,
Minute
Zach.
to go left in the 3rd. So when this game wraps up, you can go on to the score.
That's right. Don't leave now. We have 5:57 left.
There'll be enough game action left in that one after ours, unless we go to overtime.
3rd down and 10. Mears straight drop, comes near side. Pass is caught, and then driven out of bounds is Gavin Philippon. His first catch on the night. So seeing a few different guys making some catches here. Gain of 12 on the play again. That'll bring up a first down for the Foxes. 31 pass attempts, 202 yards for Drew Mears tonight. Of course, he did have 185 at halftime, so that gives you some idea of how well Xavier's pass defense has played so far here in the second. Mears will roll out. He's keeping this one, turns the corner inside the 40, and down at about the 37-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
The big key here for the Foxes will be how long will it take them to score, because you probably want around 3 minutes to go, because this is a running team that takes a lot of time off the clock. You have your timeouts, but burning one early, and this is a situation where you really haven't stopped Xavier.
Yeah, both teams with 2 timeouts left here in the second half. 2nd down and 7. And it'll be Mears keeping it again up the middle down to about the 35-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Clock continues to roll. Inside of 5 minutes left to go in the contest.
So if I'm the Hawks right now, if you can get this game clock under 3 minutes, you're going to be feeling pretty good when you get the ball back.
You are more than happy to give up 4-yard runs by the quarterback in the middle of the field. Not a full prevent defense here, but they have dropped 7 guys into coverage on this play. Pass is caught underneath. And hauling in that pass is Elijah Last. So another first-time receiver in the game tonight. And that will be a gain of 6 and enough for a first down.
Stops the clock a little bit, give your team a little chance for a quick breather before you try to hike it fast as possible.
Back into the formation here. Straight drop, Mears under pressure this time, and it is incomplete. Ethan Severine a chance to seal the game there for the Hawks, but unable to come up with the interception. It looked like he lost his footing out there on the far side. Was commenting before the game started, it's becoming unusual to see natural grass fields in high school now. Everybody's gone to the sport turf.
And it's not bad because it's not raining.
Yes.
Like the last 2 weeks, so perfect field conditions to play on.
Yep, could have been the Apple Bowl, Mosquito Bowl, and Mud Bowl all together. Quick hitter on the draw play is Jacob Mindock. Is that correct, 25? No, 26, there we go. Jack Egan getting his first carry on the night. So interesting, a lot of fresh bodies out there for Fox Valley Lutheran on this drive. Gain of 6 brings up a 3rd down and 4. Actually, the first handoff to a running back since early in the first quarter for FVL. Usually it's been Mears running on his own. Pump fake, and he's going to get stopped short of the first down. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Time's a factor, but if you don't get a first down here, it's pretty much over for the Foxes. So you have to figure out just how to get the first down and then worry about the clock.
Sean Hess with the tackle there. 4th down and 4. Clock continues to roll. Must convert play here for the Foxes. High snap. Mears handles it. He's going to run. He's going to get close to the first down, and I think he's going to get stopped short. They're going to mark it at the 20, and he needed to get to about the 19 and a half. Yep, that's going to be short. Huge defensive stand as they have all second half by the Xavier Hawks D. Wow. Needed 4, got 3.5. And that will just about do it. Again, Fox Valley Lutheran does have 2 timeouts. But with 3:10 left in the game, you have to wonder if there's going to be enough time.
I mean, this is exactly how this second half has been perfect right now for the Hawks. Being able to control the ball, take time off the clock, gain the huge turnover, which led to the second touchdown of the half.
Don't forget, next week, our featured game will be Menasha taking on West De Pere. Pregame at 6:50, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Who are you working with next week?
I believe it's Joey D.
All right. I will be in Chicago that day. Twombly will just plow forward. Pick up about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. For Twombly, his 21st carry on the night for 97 yards. Second down, 6. T formation. Handoff, and that is plowing into the gap. Wolski on the fullback dive. Gains maybe 3, and now we'll get a timeout called by FVL. For Wolski, that is his 15th carry for 53 yards. Looking at some other sports going on. Brewers lead Cleveland 10-2. That game now in the top of the 8th inning. The Brewers now own the largest division lead in baseball, 12 games over the Cincinnati Reds. But they are still 5 games behind San Francisco for the best record in the National League. So right now, the road to the World Series goes through San Fran.
Jonathan, one of the bigger changes, too, in high school football compared to when we were in high school, where you get to break down your game film right behind you on the line.
I see that now, and I'm like, are you kidding me? We didn't even have Polaroids. You just had to guess what was going on. Handoff as the wing drives off the right-hand side, Xavier, and that will be enough for a first down. So I don't know if Fox Valley Lutheran will choose to use a timeout here or not. Gain of 8 on the play. Xavier now with 73 yards rushing on 9 carries. And Fox Valley Lutheran will use their final timeout with 2:12 left to go. Let's take a break. I'll get a little Gatorade here so I can freshen up the voice. For the end, you're watching the Fox Communities Credit Union High School Football Stream Game of the Week.
As our students become young adults and follow their own unique paths, they all still have one thing in common: the need for banking to keep up with the pace of their lives. Our online account opening and integrated mobile services are designed with that in mind. And a $200 bonus for opening a qualifying new checking account makes East Wisconsin Savings Bank perfect for the next step in life.
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Jonathan Kraus and Zach Morris with you tonight here at Fox Valley Lutheran. It's the Apple Bowl. Xavier, the defending trophy holder. However, apparently what happens is the home team gets to have it on their sidelines regardless of who is currently the holder. So we'll be watching for the Xavier team to come sprinting across the field to grab the bowl. Severin again off the right-hand side for about 4.
Said bowl right here.
There you go. Excellent job. Fox Valley Lutheran now out of timeouts with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go. Xavier could run out the game basically with, if they were to go for it and maybe extend a little time on 4th down. Twombly straight ahead. Both arms wrapped around the football out to the 40-yard line, gain of 2. His 22nd carry on the night for 99 yards, unofficial. So 3rd down and 5 for the Hawks. As I mentioned, up next for them, they will be at home against New London next Friday night. And basically in the driver's seat, if you will, for the Bay Conference Championship. Long count, 5-second count on in the defensive backfield. Handoff, Severin off the right side, converts across the midfield stripe and down to the 44-yard line of Fox Valley Lutheran. Gain of 9, that gives him 86 yards on the night on 11 carries. Going to mark it at the 48. So now Xavier can go into victory formation here with 47 seconds left to go in the game. Xavier fans celebrating on the far side as they will be the Apple Bowl champions. And narrow the gap, 26-25 now all-time, FVL in favor in this series. And that will about do it. One more snap here required to get under 30 seconds. Fox Valley Lutheran with the loss will drop to 2-2 on the season. And that will do it. Our final score, Xavier 21, Fox Valley Lutheran 7. We'll take a break, come back with the post-game show. You are watching the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream Game of the Week.
I'm Julia Clemmy. I'm a member relationship officer. When it comes to auto loans, I like to explain to the members how the process works so that they understand how to do electronic signing, how they're going to pick up the check, where the deposit is going to come from. I can put it into slower gear for a first-time borrower, put it into overdrive for a borrower that's borrowed many times, and they can have a check within the hour. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pete Haley at North Star Dental Group. Have missing or broken teeth made you lose your smile? It's not hopeless. We're dedicated to providing exceptional care, a gentle touch, and stunning results at an affordable cost.
Cosmetic dentistry has helped thousands of people change their lives. North Star Dental specializes in restoring and replacing damaged or missing teeth and can show you cost-effective ways to achieve the smile you want.
North Star Dental, changing your life by changing your smile.
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Final score tonight, Xavier 21, Fox Valley Lutheran 7, as Xavier improves to 2-1-1 on the year. Fox Valley Lutheran falls to 2-2. They are now 1-1 in the conference. Xavier is 2-1. They're 2-0 in the Bay and are in first place. Scoring recap from this evening. It was Xavier getting on top early in the second quarter. Ian Mayers with a 4-yard touchdown run. Seidler's extra point made it 7-0. Fox Valley Lutheran on their ensuing possession answered. Zach Johnson, a 20-yard touchdown reception from Drew Mears. Extra point there tied things up at 7. No score heading into the final quarter, the fourth quarter. And it was Nate Twombly on a 2-yard quarterback keeper taking it in. Seidler's extra point made it 14-7. And then after a crucial interception in Fox Valley territory, you see the Hawks there, by the way, celebrating the awarding of the Apple Cup, or Apple Bowl, I should say, trophy to them for the second year in a row. Nate Twombly again with a 10-yard quarterback keeper into the end zone. Seidler's extra point made it 21-7. Running through tonight's individual stats for Fox Valley Lutheran, passing tonight, Drew Mears was 20 of 32 for 208 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Rushing, Eli Retzloff was the leading rusher tonight for Fox Valley Lutheran. He had 7 carries for 9 yards. Drew Mears, the quarterback, 9 carries for 7 yards. Jack Egan at 1 carry for 6 yards. Receiving tonight, nice night for Zach Johnson. He had 6 catches for 70 yards. Owen Gerhardt had 5 catches for 67 yards tonight. Bennett Reeder, 4 receptions for 37 yards. Kevin Doberstein had 2 catches for 20. Gavin Philippon, 1 catch for 12. Connor Ruppel had 1 catch for 2 yards. And Elijah Last had 1 catch for 6 yards. And again, coming up next for Fox Valley Lutheran, they will be at home against Winneconne next week. As for Xavier tonight, Nate Twombly didn't have to do it with his arm, that's for sure. He completed 2 of 3 passes, all in the first half, for 35 yards. Rushing, it was Twombly going 22 carries for 99 yards. Ethan Severin had 11 carries for 86 yards tonight. David Wolski, 15 carries for 53 yards. Ian Mayers had 7 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. And McCormick had 1 run for 3 yards this evening. Those 2 receptions, both by Ethan Severin, who had 35 yards total on the receiving. And for Xavier, they'll next be in action at home next Friday, taking on New London. Zach, your final thoughts here on tonight's Xavier win.
Well, it was a great job where they were holding tough in that first half, watching Mears be able to pass whatever he wanted to do on 2 drives, but getting key turnovers, and that was the huge part where they had one bad turnover in a pitch that probably shouldn't have happened, but that was the only turnover. So the only blemish you're able to get over, and it's a great job in the game planning at halftime to be able to get in the third quarter back and forth. But once that fourth quarter turned, that's where they had the big runs, and the offense looked more confident and free-flowing, and that's what led to this win because Fox Valley could not keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, the turnovers there you mentioned by Fox Valley Lutheran. You had the fumble at the 5-yard line of Xavier on the opening drive, and then that was followed by an interception on a tipped pass inside of Xavier territory again. So if you're FVL, you got to think you probably threw away at least 7 points there in a 14-point game. Again, our thanks to the folks at Fox Valley Lutheran High School for hosting us here tonight. Our next video stream game comes up next Friday as Menasha will be at West De Pere in what conference is that now?
Well, you have the Menasha Blue Jays, who I believe they're in different parts of the Fox River Classic.
Okay.
So that's broken up into 2 or 3 sections.
I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, I have no idea what teams are in any conferences anymore. So that'll be coming up next Friday night, 6:50 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Joey D and Zach will have the call of that one. Again, my thanks to everyone taking part. Zach, excellent job on the production and camera work here this evening. And we will talk to you again next Friday night here on the Fox Communities Credit Union High School Football Video Stream Game of the Week. Good night.